I'm a little trepidatious, a little fearful about our application today, but I think it's accurate. I think it's how the book of Judges is really trying to display to us leadership. But a sin to avoid is not being gentle in correction, to be abrasive and harsh. And obviously, with correction, there is an element of harshness that comes with that because you're correcting someone from doing the wrong thing. Um, but we all correct everybody. We correct our peers. We correct our children. We correct our employees. We correct our bosses. That should all happen. Correction should happen. It should be able to go both ways because we all need to be corrected. And so the question becomes, are you gentle in your correction? Because Jesus says, or it is said of Jesus, that he is not going to he is not going to break a bruised reed. Let me read it to you. Matthew 12:20 says this about Jesus. A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not quench until he brings justice to victory. So the picture is a reed kind of bruised on the side of a pond, and Jesus, as he corrects and helps, he's not going to just break it down. And then the other picture is of a candle that's almost out. And the Jesus's attitude with that is not to just quickly blow it out. He's not going to quench it and put it out. So there's a gentleness to Jesus's correction, and you've experienced that. I've experienced it. As he's gentle to us. So Gideon, as he brings about justice, as he brings victory to justice, he is not gentle. And I think this is a sin for us to avoid. And I think it's also, as we've seen all of these judges, they have a weakness. And it gets worse as we keep going until we finally get to Samson, who is the most plainly immoral of all the judges. And then when we get to then we have this terrible story about the Levites and the religious leaders. We'll get to all that when we get there. But these leaders are not the leaders we need because we need an ultimate leader, Jesus. So let's continue with this great battle that is happening. Gideon has won. He is chasing. He has captured and killed two of the princes, and now he's chasing Zeba and Zalmunna, the kings of Midian. And two of the Israeli cities said, "We are not going to help you." Succoth and Penuel said, "We're not going to help you because you've not caught them yet. And if we help you, then we're going to be in trouble with them if you end up losing this battle." So he follows after them, and he attacks the army while they feel secure. And then Zeba and Zalmunna flee, and Gideon with his army pursues them, and he captures them. And all the army again is thrown into a panic. And during this time, Gideon catches and captures a young man from Succoth, that city that said, "We're not going to help you." And he questions him, he interrogates him, he tries to get answers from him. Now, who are these elders that made the decision not to help me? I need to know because I made a promise to them that I'm going to whip them with thorns. And so this young man that he captured wrote down for him the officials and the elders of Succoth. There were 77 of these elders. And guess what is coming to them? A very severe punishment. Gideon is going to follow through on his promise. Now, this is fascinating because Gideon, all the way up to this point, has appeared to be a scaredy cat. He is fearful all the time. And now there is almost this abnormal, doesn't seem to even match his personality that we've experienced beforehand. He is just this aggressive, just tyrant going after everybody. And notice, though, it is against his own people. When it involves destroying the altar of Baal, he's scared. When it involves fighting the Midianites, who God has told him to do it, he's scared, and he has to go down and see a vision, he has to hear an odd dream in order for him to do it. But when it comes to his own people, his neighboring tribe, he's going to be master and commander, and he's going to really deal out justice. Again, while he has delivered Israel, of course, he is not a perfect leader. He is not a perfect king. We need that perfect King Jesus that is going to come. So anyway, he goes back to Zalmunna, and he says, "Behold, Zebah and Zalmunna, they're actually in my hands now, and you taunted me that did not give bread to my men." And so he then took the elders of the city, he took the thorns of the wilderness and briars with them, and taught the men of Succoth a lesson. I'm assuming that he whipped them and that he did this on display for all of the city to see. So he is not acting like Jesus would act. He is breaking the bruised reed, and he is quenching the smoldering wick as he brings victory to justice. Again, we need to be gentle and patient as we bring about correction to our friends, our families, our employees, and our bosses. We all need to be encouraging one another and pushing each other toward righteousness. And then he goes on. Remember, there's also Penuel had the same. Penuel, I think I'm saying that right. That city uh, refused also to help them, and then he tore down the tower just like he promised. Then he said to Zebah and Zalmunna, now who did you kill at Tabor? And they answered, well, all of them were just like you. They looked like they were a son of the king. Gideon says, they were my brothers, the sons of my mother. And as the Lord lives, if you had saved them alive, I would not kill you. But because, again, this is revenge, hot revenge. He says, because you did this, I am going to kill you. So he tells his firstborn son, Jether, to rise and kill them. He's trying to give the honor to his firstborn son, but he was afraid. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I guess you could say, but he is afraid because he was still a young man. Then Zebah and Zalmunna, taunt as they love, they tell Gideon, rise yourself and fall upon us, for as the man is, so is his strength. You don't need to tell your young man to kill us. You need to do it. So Gideon arose and killed Zebah and Zalmunna, and he took the crescent ornaments that were on the necks of their camels. I believe this is beginning to show us just a descent, because there's a terrible story that comes after this, as if this hasn't been terrible enough. There is a king that's going to arise, and it's going to be Gideon's son, and he is going to lead the nation astray and be the ultimate terrible leader in the middle of this book of Judges. So I pray that's been a blessing to you. The main thing I want you to walk away with is that we need to be patient, and we need to be gentle as we bring about correction for those around us. I'll see you in the next video.